Honduras. Gray! And the Jamaicans draw first blood. Damari Gray. Brown. The ball across. There's Bailey. Goal! Third time's a charm.
Fantasy is real. But unfortunately, it is very, very unrealistic to fantasize in that manner. So welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Now, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to speak about three players: Liam Bailey, Mason Greenwood, and Damari Gray. Now, these three players, everyone in their mind is thinking about, let me make it clear. It's much minutes now, 1 minute. People, don't ask me about the Liam Bailey situation. That's a Liam Bailey personal life. I'm not business with it. We keep it strictly football. Yeah. That's all. 4 seconds, 5 seconds, enough of that. So you're not going to discuss comment on it. Anyways, this is a strictly football channel. I not deal with baller personal life. If you check even all on previous, you not see me discuss nothing about any footballer and going on in personal life. It's strictly football. You can't go as far back as you think. If you see one video, I like the video to me, I mean rectify it. Just that's the case. Me not deal with baller footballer personal life. We keep it strictly on the pitch. Anyways, alright, here we go now, people. So the fantasy is Liam Bailey, Damari Gray, and Mason Greenwood. That's the fantasy. Everybody I think about the front three and say yes, automatically things get better. But really and truly, does the inclusion of Mason Greenwood actually fix anything? You know, you have a lot of persons who emphasize on the attack, what's going on with the attack. And from all the evidence already presented, Reggae Boyz do score goals. We don't necessarily have a goal scored issue. We have enough evidence to prove that. The amount of games we play, once we score more than 1.5 goals per game, we're in good hands. The problem we're having is we're conceding almost the same amount, and also we don't have a structured brand of football. We don't. That's the truth. We do not have a structured brand of football. So even though Mason Greenwood can get into the front line and make the team look on paper pretty and say, yes, it looks really, really dangerous, but in reality, that might not be the case. Stop. Before you start type, let me give an example. Real Madrid. For all the Madristas, that's it, Real Madrid supporters, they all was so 100% convinced that when Kylian Mbappe joins Real Madrid, he will change the dynamics of Real Madrid totally. But technically, they got worse. Now, watching the game yesterday, the Real Madrid versus PSG game, the talent-wise between the two teams, it's equal. The talent between the two teams is equal. Now, what I saw, Real Madrid versus PSG, was one team outworking the next. And by far, so you will have, knowing Jamaican supporters, you will have persons who say PSG have more talent. You have people like that, you really have people like that, The talent on the pitch before the PSG versus Real Madrid game was phenomenal. From goalkeeper to attackers, on the bench, on the pitch, phenomenal. Evenly balanced, man to man, evenly balanced. Two factors: work rate, coaching. That's how the game was won. PSG is a more cohesive unit, well drilled, but they work extremely hard on the ball and off the ball for the result that they get. Real Madrid, on the other hand, extremely talented. They work well on the ball, but little to no work off the ball. So then concede goal very, very easy. Now let's get back to the Jamaican, the Reggae Boyz. Sometimes they work good on the ball, but little to no work rate off the ball. One of Real Madrid's biggest issue right now is Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. You have 11 players on the pitch, 10 outfield working. If I'm playing against your team, you have 11. So let's think about this, right? You're the coach. When you look on your pitch, 2 of your players aren't working as hard as they're supposed to. That means now you only have 8 players doing all the work, whilst your opponent has 10 players doing all the work. You're always going to be outnumbered. It's mathematics. 10 more than 8. And in the event, the 10 is putting a lot more work than the 8. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? No, that's one issue that I like where the Jamaica team is concerned. And we're not going to respond that. We don't work hard enough. The entire team do not work hard enough. I.e., Bailey and Gray, I don't think they contribute a lot of work rate on the pitch. Casey Palmer, I don't think he contribute a lot of work. I'm not talking about with the ball, I'm talking about off the ball. I don't think so. Players like Aiden will suffer. They will struggle. Russell will struggle because they alone cannot get the job done. No matter how you phrase it or you want to put it, it's going to be a struggle. No, on the other hand, yes, when we have the ball, we can score. We're likely to score more goals. But it makes no sense if we're going to score 5 goals and concede 7. Makes no sense at all. Makes none. And that is how Real Madrid lost the La Liga. They played against Barcelona. Scoreline then crazy. Because they might concede too much goal, even though they are scoring because they have the quality on the pitch to score. But they might concede more because the team don't work hard enough off the ball. No. The other issue I'm going to highlight is I still don't believe that we have a designated brand of football. Now, I can clearly see that the coach, Steve McLaren, is trying to instill that in the team. But unfortunately, it's not there as yet. Because we don't have a designated brand of football, a clear identity, we have to substitute that with work rate. Get the work done on the pitch. So even though we might not have a clear identity, when you see the team playing and not a lot of the players are working extremely hard, you look way more worse. But if you don't have an identity, you're still playing. When the team work extremely hard, they can still get some good result. Even in the building phase of getting the identity recognizable to the supporters, but more so those information is distributed through the team so they know everything what to do. But you have to work very, very hard. And I keep on emphasizing that. People cuss me. Or the man cuss me. Cyan Hall cuss me about me keep on emphasize about number 6. Cyan Hall keep on talk about attackers and he said me emphasize on number 6 because the engine, no vehicle, no human being. So your body, your brain, technically your centralized system in the human body, the brain and the heart, your body can't function if them not function right. the vehicle, if the engine not function right, the vehicle now can't move. Just like a football team. If the engine of the team, which is the middle of the park, not functioning well, it doesn't matter how good the attack line is, no matter how good the defense line is, you will be in trouble. That maybe it's just how I view football. Maybe it's just how I view football. And I could be 100% wrong. But where the Reggae Boyz team is concerned, I think 90% of the supporters are on the right side who say the engine is our problem. The middle of the park. Coach said, we see it in the World Cup. Time and time I'm going to see it. So, that not change. But I'm saying is, if the engine is not working well, that means the persons them in front of the engine, that's the attackers, need to start help the engine work. That's just how it is. That's just how it is in football. And if the attackers don't help the engine, you already don't have a good engine, and the attackers not help the engine, what you think is going to happen? What you think is going to happen? Let me give you a good idea. So I have a van. I have a Ford Ranger, right? Now, the Ford Ranger had an electrical problem. So because it has one electrical problem, it starts sending signal to the transmission. So now you think the engine gone bad. You think the transmission gone bad. But really and truly, it's an electrical problem. fix the electrical problem, transmission up and running again, vehicle up and running good and smooth. Just like that. Just like that. But I just say go. Electrical problem is a striker. The attackers, they need to put in the work. That's what I see people. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comment section. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. Road. God bless. Boom. Outside. And I mean...